All rise. Support Court with Judge Van Der Bee is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1073, Ellison case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Ellison?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm divorced from the person that didn't show up.
I see that.
Yes, and I'm here to ask the court for more spousal support. I went part-time on my job. I'm no longer working full-time. I've lost money, and the man's done nothing but cause me trouble since we've been divorced. He does all kinds of crazy stuff.
Okay.
And I deserve more money with all this harassment, plus I want a restraining order against him. This has to stop. My nerves are on edge. Can't take much more of it. But I think $100 a week extra for spousal support would be fair with all the, the headaches he's given me and everything like that.
You can really feel the desperation in Ms. Ellison's voice. She's not just asking for money, she's crying out for peace. Imagine surviving a divorce only to feel like the nightmare follows you every morning at 3 a.m. with someone honking outside your house. That's not just harassment, that's psychological warfare. And she's clearly at her breaking point.
Okay. How long ago do you all get divorced?
Well, it's been almost 2 years now.
Okay.
He just won't let go.
What is he doing to harass you?
Like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, he drives around the house blowing his horn at all hours of the morning. He comes down to my work unannounced, goes right into where I'm working at and wants to argue with me in front of coworkers. I mean, I could be fired for that. I mean,
Have
it's totally
you ever
ridiculous.
tried to call the police on him?
Well, by the time they get there, he's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, they've never caught him actually doing anything.
Okay.
He knows not to get caught, but I need a restraining order. That's the only thing that's really going to, I think, keep him away from me.
Okay.
And he found
well,
out about,
I don't do restraining orders in this court. You can go to another court and definitely request a restraining order. And I believe that's something you can do at your local police department too.
Okay, well, thank you. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
This is where the case hits hard. Her ex isn't just making her life difficult emotionally. He's putting her job at risk, showing up at her workplace to start arguments. That crosses a major line. It's heartbreaking how powerless she sounds when she says, he knows not to get caught. That's the kind of manipulative behavior that slips through the cracks of the legal system, and it's infuriating.
If you qualify, obviously, for an increase in spousal maintenance, that is something that I can entertain. So let's talk about that. You said you believe $100, an extra $100 a week is fair.
Yes.
Why do you believe that's fair?
Well, like I said, my wages have went down. I'm only working part-time now. We're doing layoffs and things like that. So
you said your wages?
Yeah, my wages.
Okay.
Are going down, and his are going up because he still gets those 2 raises every year. He's been with that company forever. And he makes good money. I don't make half of what he's making. And it's been really tough. I raised his children, I entertained his friends, I kept the house clean, I did everything that a good wife does. I think I deserve that extra $100 a week, and he can certainly afford it.
A quick but crucial moment here. The judge explains this court can't issue a restraining order, and that's frustrating to hear, even though it's true. Victims like Ms. Ellison often get bounced between courts, while the harassment continues. She's playing by the rules, but the system makes her go through more hoops just to feel safe. It shouldn't be this hard.
Makes really good money, bonuses and all that stuff. I mean, he's just raking it in.
How much is your spousal maintenance right now?
The spousal maintenance, it's about $325 a week maybe.
Okay.
$325 a week may sound like a lot to some, but not when you consider her ex is a CEO of an oil company with regular bonuses and raises. And on top of that, he's late with payments. Money isn't just about survival here. It's also about dignity. She kept the house running, raised his kids, and now she's begging just to stay afloat.
What type of expenses do you have?
Well, I have rent. I'm still making the payments on the house. Before we got divorced, we had it redecorated, carpet paneling on the outside, siding on the outside, all kinds of different things were added to it. And I'm making the payments on that still. I still got another 5 years for all those payments to be paid off. And then, I got food. My car's paid off, but, gasoline's expensive, the upkeep of the car, things like that, electric bills, water, everything like that. Not to mention entertainment. can't expect me to sit around the house and watch TV all the time. I mean, I go out from time to time, you know, that takes money.
Some might roll their eyes when she mentions entertainment as a cost. But let's be honest, living isn't just about bills. Isolation kills, especially after trauma. She's not asking for spa weekends. She just wants to feel like a human again. And that shouldn't be a luxury.
Now, when you all were divorced 2 years ago, outside of spousal maintenance, were you awarded the home?
Yes, I was awarded the home. And he fought me on that, but I won it.
Okay. So you were awarded the home. You don't have a lot of payments left on it.
No.
Sounds like you're mainly paying utilities and then a mortgage.
And the insurance for the car, I mean, the insurance is always expensive. Gasoline prices always going up.
Right, but you had those expenses at the time that you were divorced, correct?
Yes.
When you all were divorced, did he have a 401k in existence?
Yes.
And this is Texas, which is a community property state, so I'm assuming you at least got 50% of that.
Yes, I did, but
This part hurts because it exposes the legal wall victims hit. Even though she's struggling, nothing's changed enough for the court to adjust her support. You see the gap between emotional need and legal standard. And sadly, emotional exhaustion isn't something you can document with numbers.
I don't get raises. My job's a very poor paying job. I'm uneducated. I mean, I'm not, you know, my age, I'm not going to find much now. I have to stay where I'm at. I feel like I'm trapped in this life.
And Miss Ellison, I feel like you came here to waste my time because I cannot give you an increase in spousal maintenance just because you're asking for it. No, ma'am.
25?
Even $5. The answer is no. So is there anything else that you needed from me here today? Because I cannot grant you spousal maintenance just because he's made an increase from his wages.
Well,
if that were the standard, then everyone would come in court asking for an increase.
Well, people need increases. I mean,
Well,
women
and
living
you-
on their own, I mean, that's hard.
Let me ask you this question. When you all were divorced and you received half of his 401k, how much was that?
That was a nice piece,
Okay, what's a nice piece? Give me a number.
about 250,000.
Okay, well, you know what? If there's nothing further, your case is dismissed and so are you. Thank you.
This moment is gutting. Ms. Ellison talks about feeling trapped in this life. She's working a dead-end job with no hope of promotion, and the judge responds, not cruelly, but coldly, that her situation doesn't qualify. That's the tragedy here. She's emotionally drowning and the law doesn't throw a lifeline.